Hi, welcome to my page. If you are new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I'm glad to have you. On this week's Self-Care Saturday Talk, I'm going to share with you the results of my 1 month of balancing my hormones. And, it was a bit of a learning curve, so I just wanted to share some things that my results, right? So the first thing that I wanted to say is, if you are, wanting to fast and balance your hormones, I just wanted to put this out here, is that I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just sharing my experiences and what has worked for me. And I also, if you are a woman and you are looking to do some fasts, especially longer fasts and things like that, then I highly suggest, you to basically to track your cycle, right? To track your hormones, to see what's going on and do all this. Because if you're not going to track your cycle, then the fasting isn't going to be beneficial to you. It will probably harm you more than help you down the road. So you want to be able to make sure that you are fasting to your hormone levels, making sure that you are doing what you need to do for your body. First thing that I wanted to say that for my results per se is that I learned a lot, and overall I felt really good doing those longer fasts. I had more energy on most days. Now, it wasn't every day, but most days I did have a lot more energy. I was also able to think more clearly, and I had very little cravings for sugary, sweet foods. I did have some, but not many. I also, ended up losing some weight, which was beneficial, right? That's what we want. But ended up gaining some back once I stopped fasting and came to basically eat carbs that week. Because, you have to basically stop fasting the week before you're going to get your period, so your hormones will work out and stuff like that. Your body needs the carbs the week before. But with that being said, like the cravings were ridiculous. They were like, I've never had them like that bad, and as long as I can remember. So I ended up really eating a lot of carby foods that I really shouldn't have eaten. So I'm going to look into what I can do better for this month and make sure that I don't repeat what I did this last month, because if I keep on repeating, I'm not going to get as much results as I would like to. And even though, I didn't go out and buy ice cream and cakes and all of that, and actually even throwing a lot of things out in my cupboards, because I'm like, nope, I don't want this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And I really was just trying to clean some things out, but it was just, it still was very, very intense of the carbs. I just couldn't get enough. I started eating it, and my body wanted more and more and more. And it was just, like I said, it was intense. It was a lot. So note to self that we're going to try to handle that in a different way, in a better way, and figure out what I'm going to do different next month, because like I said, I don't want to keep repeating that same thing. Now I kind of already said, I actually tracked my cycle this month from day to day. This way I knew when I should stop my fasting, right? You need to stop your fasting about a week before your period, because that's when your hormones are requiring the carbs to balance, right? Properly, and to make sure that your body is getting what it needs. I ended up, with me tracking my cycle, I did end up ending my fast a little early, right? Because I was, like I mentioned earlier, I was about what date, I knew about what date I was going to get my period, but I didn't know exactly. So I just wanted to make sure that I was tracking it this month to know for the future. And so, I ended up ending the cycle probably like, I would say about 3 days a little too early. And, you might want to say like, oh, 3 days, which 3 days isn't terrible, but if I could have fasted 3 more days, it could have just been a little bit better. But I was feeling a little more tired. I was, those cravings were starting to peek its head a little bit. I'm like, okay, this is like normal, right? So I'm like, okay, I should end it. But really, it was just kind of like teasing a little bit. So, but now I know for this month of what is a better date to end the fasting when it comes to, fasting according to my cycle. Another thing that I did do, but I didn't do too much of it, is I didn't work out as much as I would have liked. I was a little nervous, to be honest, about becoming hungry and not being able to eat, especially when I was on the longer fast of like the 36-hour fast. So I didn't work out too much. I was basically just working out on my eat days and not my eat days. But I'm going to try to do it a little differently this month, and I'm going to try to just do a very casual workout, fasted, like a fasted cardio, which means like walking and running, or jogging, I should say, because my running is jogging, and maybe even some fasted HIIT workouts, but like nothing too crazy. And then I will do my strength training. I'll save my strength training days to my feed days, and then see how that works out, right? Because I definitely think that it's good to do fasted workouts, especially when you have a weight to lose, because what happens is your body is going in using the stored fat cells as energy versus what you're eating, right? So I'm gonna try it out and see, and make, if I'm getting like really super hungry, and because I'm doing these workouts and it's making my fast like really difficult, then I would have to kind of relook at things and see what, if it's really worth it, because I don't want it to be a struggle bus. Like, oh my goodness, like I just need to eat and get myself all crazy because I've worked out. So, these are just some things that I'm trying to work through and figure out what is gonna, work best for me. Now, those are about the results that I got for the month one. I did, like I said, I did end up losing some weight, but I gained some back because of the carb cravings and the sugar cravings and stuff like that around my PMS week. And I'm going to try to do something different, like I said, this month, to control those cravings a little bit, or trying to figure out how I can feed them a little bit better than, just wanting like more and more and more. So we're going to watch it this time. We're going to watch it and try to be a little bit more disciplined than what I was this month, to be honest. So, I did have a revelation though with everything that has happened a few nights ago. I'm looking at my notes here, and it's like how quickly things can change, right? So let's just start with my revelation that I had. So when it comes down to losing weight, or your weight itself, right? So for me, I can gain weight pretty fast, right? I can eat crap for a couple weeks, a month, whatever, and that weight just piles on, okay? Now, it piles on quick, but then, when you want to lose it, it's a lot more work, and it takes a lot longer to lose it than it does to gain it, right? So I just have to make sure that I am being more mindful with my choices to make sure, like, can't necessarily always feed that flesh that is craving those sugar cravings and things like that. Because, to have that kind of quick fix of, okay, you're going to just shut this, craving down really fast or whatever, but it's causing all this weight gain, and it's going to take you weeks to get it off. I don't lose weight fast, or I don't lose weight that fast. So, it takes a little bit here, like most people, right? You have to burn 3,500 calories to lose a pound, or whatever the case may be. So we just have to kind of be mindful on that. And then also, kind of the same thing, but I have like 3 different examples here. So also how fast, how fast it takes to like ruin your credit score, right? So you go and you don't pay your bills on time for a little bit. You get into a bind or something and you're unable to pay, or you have more debt based on your, income ratio or whatever, and that's tanking your credit score. So that goes down really fast, but in order to revamp and get your credit score back up, that takes a lot of time. Now we have to pay these bills on time and, try to get the debt down and different things like that. And little by little, we will get your credit score back up, but it tanks really fast. And then last but not least at all, it takes a long time to build trust with somebody, but it takes an instant to lose it. And, once you lose trust with somebody, it's really hard to gain that back. So with all that being said, I'm just want to, say that we have to really try to be patient with ourselves, right? Because when we're trying to get better, to lose weight, to whatever we're doing, it's all going to take a little time. And I'm not saying this for only you, but I'm also telling this to myself, that I have to be patient. And, on this process of losing weight and expanding and becoming the best version of yourself, you're gonna learn a lot about yourself and the journey, and it's just gonna take some time to get where you want to be. So be patient and don't give up too fast. Because you can give up before it actually even gets good. So with that being said, I am going to share my progress from month to month with you guys, to show what's working, what's not working, and what I'm learning and things like that, to hopefully, help somebody else, and also to help, keep me accountable on this journey as well. And so with me sharing my progress, we have to keep working on what we want, right? We have to keep working towards our goals and keep, loving ourselves, and make sure that you're doing something for your future self every day. So if it's going for a walk, if it's drinking more water, eating a healthier meal, practicing your skincare, journaling, whatever that is for you, keep doing it, right? And make sure that you are doing something that your future self will say thank you for in the future, because that's what, we're doing all this work to be a better version of ourselves for the future. Or I guess for today too, but it's going to pay off in the future. So continue working towards your goals. Don't give up, even if things get a little frustrating, or you're not seeing the results that you think you should, because I've been feeling a lot of that with so many different aspects of my life in the last week or so. So I totally understand, but if you give up, you never get there. So just be patient and try to see what needs to be changed. I'm going to do a lot of reflection this week to see what do I need to change in my life to bring in some other things that I've been wanting to bring in for a while now. So I hope that, this was helpful, and we'll talk next week. Have a good one. Bye.